Your best deals are dying in ways that you just can't see. You've probably landed on a problem worth solving. There's probably been genuine pain. First call might have even been electric, and then something's changed. So in this video, I'm going to outline how 87% of sellers are pitching solutions that buyers have stopped thinking about weeks ago, and discuss how you can revalidate those deals and increase your win rates by up to 38%. The hidden problem that's killing your pipeline was outlined by Corporate Vision's research. And they found that for complex solutions, the problem statement changes 3.2 times during B2B deals. When sellers align on the current problem definition, win rates jump 38%, but only 13% of sellers are doing this throughout the process. So this means that you've landed on a problem, you've done the hard work, and then you've went and worked all the way through it to proposal stage, but they've had internal meetings and things have changed. Just imagine that call. Imagine landing on the urgency, and I'm sure you're thinking of some of your Q2 deals as you listen to this, and then think about the fact that those executives, they are speaking with other people, they are speaking with peers in other companies, they are speaking to other providers. This is what's going to cause them to potentially change their mind, to really pivot in how they think they're going to best solve that problem. Your buyer isn't standing still while you are building the proposal, while you are building out that demo, while you are moving things forward. They are gathering these inputs from multiple different places. Worst case scenario is a competitor is really changing the solution to better suit what they can provide versus what you can provide. And we really need to be keen and listening out for that. Every single conversation, prepare to validate and revalidate again. What's changed since the last time we spoke? Is X still driving this solution? They're going to be reading LinkedIn articles. Again, they're going to be having more conversations. And there's also the possibility that one or two people might become disconnected from the project and others might get pulled into the project. Everybody's going to have opinions. Everybody's going to have their say. Everyone's going to want to have their input. So by the time you reach proposal, you really want to make sure that you've validated the problem that you are solving and that the way that you are doing it is still the best way for them to proceed in their view. You can think you're 80% to the close, but you're actually 80% to no decision, and that deal will die quietly if you are not revalidating the problem statement throughout the deal. So what does this tell us? Discovery doesn't stop after the first call. Discovery doesn't stop after discovery. Is something that we do all the way through. It also tells us that thinking logically, of course they're going to be looking at other ways that they can solve this. Of course they're going to be figuring that out. So the great sellers are the ones who are always revalidating, also confirming that, checking what has changed. And the average sellers are the one that will follow the playbook, will get to the proposal, will get to delivery, and really kind of be left wondering why that deal didn't happen. So how can you use this today? Well, what I want you to do is have a look at your pipeline, have a look at the deals that you're working on. Number one, make sure you have a problem statement. And then number two, on the next opportunity you get, reconfirm that problem is still there and they are still looking to solve it the way that you're proposing. You are speaking with real people, with real problems, and they are not just going to stop thinking about that problem because they're talking to you. That problem is going to be there in the back of their mind. They're going to be listening out for other people and how that they are solving it. And ultimately, one thing that I think you should really focus on is catching verbatim the words that they are using to describe the problem, particularly early in the sales process and then as the sales process evolves. And is there a change? Is there a tweak? Is there a drift in that language that might give you a little bit of a warning signal? And let's not forget that no matter how big or how complex a deal is, you will have a 20% better chance of closing that deal if you speak with that deal week on week. That doesn't mean you have to have a booked in calendared call every single week, but that does mean that you probably want to have reasons to give them a call in those in-between weeks where you don't have anything scheduled. And this gives you the impromptu way to really make sure that you are still on track. So again, I just reiterate, have a look at the deals in your pipeline, think about the problem statement you've landed on, and on the next call you're with, go and validate and revalidate that with them. And we are really starting every call with trying to figure out what's changed. It is as simple as that. However, that doesn't make it easy.